Hello, it's I, Rocket Man, and this is the world according to Rocket. We're in a brand new studio on the beach in Florida. I know. That shows you how brave I am. I am broadcasting behind enemy lines. I ain't gonna lie. 92 days left until the season starts. Noontime, Nashville on September 2nd. Sorry, Virginia. Like you folks, like your unis. I'm sure your mom and daddy loves you, but my God, this is going to be a massacre. I am positive of that. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about this guy right here, McKenzie Milton. What? You don't know the full story? I know the full story, and I'm going to share it with you right now. Come on in.
Broadcasting live from the only establishment in town that can't kick him out. His own basement. The world according to Rocket.
Hey, thank you so much. If you like this program, I would appreciate it if you would hammer that like button, hammer that subscribe button. Make sure you ring the bell so you're notified every time we put up a new video, which is going to be often now. Because in a nutshell, moved from Nashville to Destin, Florida, down here on the beach, and life is wonderful. And the past 6 months have been kind of crazy because I've been traveling around trying to decide where I was going to go because I was done with Nashville. And so here I am on the Emerald Coast where the water really is green and the beaches are sugary white. It's true what they say. All right, let's talk McKenzie Milton. This is a huge, huge deal. Now, I want you to hear me out. I want you to watch this whole video. Hear me out, hear what I have to say about it, and tell me and let me know whether or not you think I'm full of poo-poo caca or whether I'm just Nostradamus. All right, let's follow this timeline, and I just want to make a point here because I was all over this 2 years ago before I even started the Volunteers channel. I was just all over it. So let's go back here to January 18th, 2021. Pruitt is fired. Fulmer forced retirement. Go Big Orange. Now, these are my Facebook posts at that time. January 21. Holy crackers, slap my face and call me Smokey. They did something right. And with lightning speed, Tennessee Vols name UCF's White as the new athletic director. I am so stoked by this. $1.8 million base salary plus incentives, 5% raise each year. Highest paid AD in the SEC, fourth highest in the country. And they even paid $2.5 million to buy out his contract at UCF. So this is on January 22nd, 2021. And then I'm going, okay, now wait a minute. This is weird, isn't it? Let me do some thinking on this, right? So I've already explained to you that I was the hugest McKenzie Milton fan in America. And I was a huge Heupel fan. And during this period, Milton, who had transferred from UCF to Florida State after he rebuilt his leg. He had a little bit of success early there, but then couldn't get back out on the field for playing time for whatever reason. Maybe it was his leg. Maybe it was something else. I don't know. But he went into the transfer portal this very same day. And I'm going, oh, my God, Heupel's coming, and he's bringing Milton with him, right? Because I'm figuring that McKenzie Milton at 80% is way better than anybody we got. As it turned out, we ended up with Hendon Hooker transferring in at the same time, whom we did not know what the results of that were going to be. And we know what happened with that, right? But make no mistake, Hendon Hooker at Virginia Tech was not the Hendon Hooker that just got signed by the Detroit Lions. So I digress. January 22nd. Now let's go to the next slide. Here it is. I wonder, this is on the 24th, 2 days later, I wonder where college football coach is in Knoxville right now, having dinner and negotiating a deal with Danny White. I wonder, oh my God. Couple of days later, this is a great day for Tennessee. You know, it's like I'm Nostra frickin' Damus, right? And I was excited finally, at least they're going to throw the ball 100 times a game. I know they're not going to throw it 100 times a game, but it'll feel like they are. This was very exciting. Boom. Welcome to Rocky Top, Coach Heupel. Now, I got to tell you, I was extremely disappointed that Heupel and White didn't bring McKenzie Milton with him to Tennessee. McKenzie Milton at 80% is better than anything we had. And if nothing else, just to have him as a good backup, right? But no, that didn't happen. And that's the piece of the puzzle that I just don't know what happened with that, right? I would love to know. And someday I'll have the opportunity to ask him face to face. So what happened with that, right? And I will ask him because I want to know. But before we talk about his new role as an offensive analyst, let's take a minute to just appreciate how great this guy was before he got his injury. I mean, 8,000 yards passing, completion percentage of over 60%. And he did to UCF what Hendon Hooker did to Tennessee. I mean, just propelled them to new heights. And in similar ways, both of their college was cut short because of just massive leg injuries. Now, Milton's was catastrophic. I mean, he literally almost lost his life because there was, bleeding. It cut arteries and it cut vessels, and they literally had to rebuild him 9 ways from Sunday just to walk again. Forget playing again, which he did. Wow. It's like the finale of the 2018 season, and this is where McKenzie Milton got hurt. And this guy just laid into him right on his right knee. And you can see right there, this is his right knee behind his left knee here. This is the leg back there. There's his knee. And here's the rest of his leg coming down. His leg was like broken in like 172 places, something like that. I exaggerate a little bit. Of course, they were playing South Florida. And, unbelievably horrific injury. And you can see, his foot is pointing this direction. It should be pointing up in this direction, right? His foot should be pointing that way. But it's not, because it's, like I said, broken in 1,000 places. And you can see there just how badly it was broken. I would play you the video, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to show you the pictures just so you understand. And you can just see how the swelling has already started. And his kneecap is going that way. And his foot is going this way. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. It was so horrible. If you want to see it, some people like that. There's Coach Hype checking on him here. If you want to see it, you can just search it in the YouTube search bar, and you can see it. But I decided I wasn't going to play it because it's just too damn gruesome. Wow. And then the dude came back. That is a grown-ass man. I'm just going to give you some love, brother. Just for going through that. Holy crackers. I mean, there were times when his life was threatened. I mean, they said, because he had torn so many blood vessels, and I think he tore an artery, and there was some emergency surgery for that. And forget putting it back together again so that they might not have to amputate it. My God, what a story. As a player, he was nothing short of spectacular, displaying a unique blend of athleticism and vision and football IQ and resilience under pressure. And he and Heupel and Coach Joey, remember Coach Joey was down there as the quarterback's coach. So see, they already have this little triad of trust and brotherhood already built in from years ago. So what is an offensive analyst in the first place? I never heard of it until Butch Brick by Brick Jones, got fired at Tennessee, paying him millions of dollars a year. Probably still paying him. And then all of a sudden he turns up at Alabama in a $38,000 a year job as an offensive analyst. And that's the first time I ever heard of that position. That was a few years ago, obviously. What does an offensive analyst do? Well, forget Butch Brick by Brick Jones and get in the mindset of McKenzie Milton. Here's what they do. Their job is to deep dive into game film, identifying trends and developing strategies for the upcoming games. You know, kind of like an offensive coordinator might do. Except the offensive coordinator, the one that has that job, is a little too busy to do all that. So they have an offensive analyst to do it for them. Here, coach, here's my analysis of what we need to be doing. Sounds like an offensive coordinator to me. He sounds like it's a position where you would put somebody with all of those skills, so that you could groom and develop them into an offensive coordinator. How much does an offensive analyst make? Somewhere between $30,000 and $75,000, depending on your experience. So this dude he's going to be making $35,000, $40,000 a year. Maybe a little more, maybe 50, right? But the point is for him to sit and learn and do the job of an offensive coordinator without having the responsibility of an offensive coordinator. You feel me? That's why McKenzie Milton is at the University of Tennessee. All right, Your Honor, I've laid out my case for you. What do you think? I believe, without a doubt in my mind, that the whole point of this guy in this situation at this time is for one reason and one reason only, and it totally benefits us as volunteer fans for the next decade. All right? This is a 10-year deal we're talking here. All right? He is being groomed to take over Coach Joey's place as offensive coordinator. This is going to happen in 3 to 5 years. Guaranteed. And as I said earlier, if you haven't seen the video on Coach Joey Hawsley, pop up there and have a look at it. He's the most articulate football man I have ever heard speak. And it's a joy to listen to him speak about football. It really, really is. What that means is he's obviously now the offensive coordinator for Tennessee, right? And literally 92 days, he'll be up there in the booth for the first job, right? Yeah, the Orange Bowl didn't really count. I mean, that all happened so quickly, right? But September 2nd, it's his deal. He's the offensive coordinator. And in 3 to 5 years, he's going to be gone because they're going to be throwing seven figures at him maybe 10, who knows? And so that he has his own team. And we're going to need somebody. We're going to need somebody, and we're going to need to be ready for that to happen. And that is why this guy is the future offensive coordinator of the University of Tennessee Tackle Football Volunteers. You're welcome. Go Big Orange. Let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate you watching. Hey, listen, if you like this program, I appreciate you subscribing and hitting that like button, but I also would appreciate if you would go to luxurytravelnashville.com, give them some love, say hi. If you're in the market to travel, particularly go on a cruise, my buddy Deb Dockery is the cruise queen. And give her a call and see what she can set up for you. I mean, maybe this is the time. Everybody wants to go on a cruise at some point in their life, right? Maybe this is the time for you. And she can take away all the hassle and just make it hassle-free and pain-free. Some people like the hassle. Other people, I don't like the hassle. Tell me where I need to be, and I'll show up, and we'll do it then, right? That's what Deb at luxurytravelnashville.com. Dockery Destinations. That's what they do. Give them a call, 615-863-1263.